All right, so I think that the same intro should apply to this next one. Skypath number 5. What do we got? Devs are on coke or something. It's fucked. I promise I don't look at these in advance. That's what makes it actually more funny. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and today's video has to go to work in a few hours.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
And it's 100% MFO. Now today we're going to be trying out Skypath 5, and the reason why I said I had to go to work in a few hours just means that I might not be able to finish this. Because I look at this one's funny, but then I started reading this one in order. Fire, Ice, Machine, Dark, Natural. 5 turn 15k barrier if his skills hit. Dodge. Use his mana bar to gauge the elemental order. 1 mana bar for 1 element change. Shafrakin, Bathory, Rara, Iris, Rachel. Bathory must crit to skip Machine. For Rachel, oh, FC for Rachel. FC Rachel, FC Iris, FC Ramji, FC Bathory, and Kaya for healing. So this is a nice thing. So it's telling me I can bring a healer. So it seems like Burst is again gonna be really good. Awesome game design. That said, Ulum, FC Anna, Rachel, Baelish. Oh, they bring in Bailey and Rudley. So let's take a crack at it. They said I can use Iris. We need healing. They said I need healing. We're definitely taking out Ben 10. They also said Ramsey, so maybe, or maybe, you know what? Let's bring in Frankie. Maybe I can dot him up. And by the way, guys, like someone was trying to tell me, like, look, the yellow. It's like there's no combat power. In Labyrinth, there's no combat power. That's why when you go here, there's nothing. It doesn't matter. Your formation doesn't matter. They specifically told you, I don't know if you can see it in here, but when you open it first thing, they tell you specifically that your formation doesn't matter. It does matter if you're like trying to get like if I'm using this unit right here, so where I want my shielding to go, like for the Dragon Blood, that does matter. But the marks are pretty much always immune. You can't use Dragon Blood, the Great One. You can't use any of that stuff. So it looks like, I think what they were trying to say is that he's immune, and that's just one thing I said about the walkthrough is that I think it's character limited, which is really bad. I kind of wish that, and if the case is that you can, I mean, yeah, then people would leave long-winded fuck you messages, I guess. But for the people that can actually use it, it would actually be nice to be able to, you know, like a full thing of it, like get a full, this is what it does kind of thing. But people are trying to, and you could tell that a lot of those people that write those messages, they're trying their best to like actually give you relevant information. All right, so now everyone is loaded up. Everyone's got the max amount of mana, and yeah, there it is. So a whole bunch of stuff just went down. Is there anything, you know, it's the same thing that we always see. He has the same moves, which at least we know that as long as they don't give him any random stupid move, is that at least he has a single target 3 mana move, and he has a 1 mana like AoE move, but the AoE move might hurt. So we're just gonna go in, like I'm gonna if this doesn't work, I'm gonna get a notepad and actually like, yeah, he's immune. I guess maybe he starts off nature immune. See, I don't remember.
I'll show you absolute power.
Or is it that you have to hit him with, I'm not exactly sure how that works. Can you hit with this? Okay. I don't understand.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
All right, so let's read this again. In order, fire. So yeah, I need to bring fire. No one really mentioned, like, this is the only guy that mentions it. Use mana bar to gauge the elemental order. 1 bar per elemental change. So I'm gonna open up a notepad. You're gonna open up a notepad, and I'm gonna write down what this guy said. So he says in order, fire, ice, machine, dark, nature. So is this to say that the only way I can hit him with nature is if he has 5 mana? Is that what that's saying? I guess, maybe? Okay. I mean, in post editing, I'll definitely, you guys will be able to see this very easily. So use his mana bar, Shafrakin. So I guess you should have these elements pretty much. So I have a double nature. So I guess double nature would be stupid. So let's take out. All right. So he should do no damage. He doesn't. You do no damage. We know that. Iris can. I mean, she's just here, I guess, just for mana generation, because Light's not on this list, or maybe light is just a higher mana that no one cares about. So technically this should do damage, and it does. Okay, so now he has 1 mana. So does that mean that ice can now hit? Because we know that it didn't hit before, even when he was at whatever. So now does ice hit? No, it doesn't. Is this the one? I feel like this is the one where certain things don't work until a certain thing. So boom, nothing. Nothing. I guess I'm gonna do a bigger hit now with how much boost are you getting actually? 2,000. So it should technically work. All right, so we got some damage out. So now he has 2. Does ice work now? It does. Okay, so at 2 mana, so 0 to 1 fire. So at 2 mana, ice starts working. So now he's at 1, so can't do anything here. You still won't be able to work. You just pump up the power. You just auto attack. It doesn't really matter. Wait, now fire is immune? It also could be because of HP. Maybe it has nothing to do with mana. All right, so this should not work anymore. Okay, it doesn't. So what about now? We're gonna go for some DPS here, because then it might not have anything to do with mana. So I don't know what those people were talking about. Okay, so now ice is working. Okay, so now he has 3 mana. 3 mana is machine. So let's just, I don't know, it doesn't matter if it, technically the machine should work. It doesn't. He's still immune, which makes me think this is to me, I think this is the HP one. This has nothing to do with mana. So he's still gonna be there. Now I think it's what's still not gonna work. Fire still won't work, right? And ice should still work because he's still within, I think it's the bar. I think what they meant by the bars of mana is like each tier. I think that's what they meant by that. So right now ice is the first bar. This is what they meant, but they couldn't explain it. Okay, okay, so that means I would need, also I'm screwed then technically, because I don't have a dark hero. So when it gets up to this bar, I'm screwed because I don't have a dark hero. That's why he used Bailey. We figured it out, I think. All right, so we need our boo. Damn, it sucks that she's a healer. So each character has to be of that element. And they say, oh, I guess he gets a shield, but a 15k shield means nothing. I really don't care about. He's not doing that much damage, but I do need to verify that. So once I verify that, then I can switch up my team. So yeah, he's still Mahar. He does no damage, so that's kind of a nice. He just kind of pisses you off. He's here to kind of piss you off. That's really it. Crit, baby, crit, baby, crit. Oh, it's close, but he's definitely still on. All right, so this should take him over. This should bring him over. All right, so now he is in. Now his health bar is in the 3. So technically, machine should work. If this is what they mean by that, and it does. Okay. And that brought him straight into dark. So now I should be able to cycle through all my characters and no one should be able to do damage. Okay, bet. This is easy. That's easy. So this one is not, this is the kind of strategy that I actually don't mind, if I'm being honest. So right now Iris is used for that, and if this is where was this guy, this person does make a lot of sense here. I guess you'd have to sit there and figure it out, but I feel like someone said that, like they kind of said can burst from ice to nature. Yeah, if you, but who would be your ice burst at that point? But yeah, you could technically burst out, or you can just go by this one. See, that's why someone says Shafrakin, Bathory, rare. Oh, ice because they have Bathory, they have Scarlet or Bernadette to burst through and pass. But you would need a huge skip. So you must crit to skip machine immunity. But I don't feel like you really need that. He doesn't do too much damage. So I think the best thing that you'd want to have here And I think Adams is gonna be good. I don't think using Bailey is gonna, not for me. I think I can just burst through him with Adams. Unless Iris strips the shield that that they're saying that he gets, then maybe. All right, so I'm gonna try this team. I kind of see why they have Kaya as the healer in this comment. Where was it? This comment said they're using Kaya for healing because Kaya's gonna pretty much be sitting there the entire time until nature pops. But like I was just saying, it's really good to have supports that are in the later stages. So like I even thought about bringing in Wilkes, because she'll just constantly be able to give out a attack buff and maybe expedite it. I have Pan in there for like the same reason. I don't really care about the first phase too much. The first phase, I guess he can kind of just be in there and just kind of be chilling. He kind of doesn't work. Actually, I should probably just switch him out. Now that I think about it, just because I don't have mana generation. But you do need fire. That's the only thing that the game is this not the game, but this specific thing is forcing you to have fire. You need fire. All right, here we go. So, okay, he does no damage.
2,000 years later.
All right, yeah, I switched out Pan. He was unfortunately he was just a little too slow. And what I mean by slow is that he didn't do enough damage. And then the thing where they were talking about that he gets a shield when he gets a hit, he couldn't break through the shield. So it's not like there obviously, but when he does a skill and like not his S1, so like it just became way too hard because he started spamming skills altogether. How much does this do? I'm curious. See, that's not good damage if you think about it. So this is what people say, like you kind of pray for a dodge, because if obviously you dodge, the shield will go away. That didn't work, so Anna's coming back. So that was a really good crit there. It actually passed all the way through. So I guess there might be some merit. I mean, waiting for a crit again is just RNG. So now she's gonna have a little bit of easier time, which is nice. And he still follows his rules, so he's auto attacking on his first turn. I feel like I've seen him do that multiple times. So it's possible that if I have, like, I guess that's why they're using Bathory. That right now, if this was a Bathory with a lot of mana, if we were to take out one of these characters and do Iris, so who would skip? We skip Machine, right? So we take out Baraka and we just skip Machine and put Iris, and I think it could work. I think that's something that we could do, because this is not necessarily going to this is definitely might, if it crits or as long as he doesn't block. Yeah, no, we need another one, and then the shielding might come into play. I'm gonna do a heal here. So it's really a toss-up. It's like, do you want to go with RNG? Okay, finally in Machine. That took a long time. I had to wait for like a dot, because this move is definitely going to hit someone. It's like almost guaranteed to. So now we should be able to hit him with Machine. I could also have waited until his thing goes away, waiting for a dodge. And wow, you can't burst 15. All right, got a miss. I'm just coming back when I get a miss. See if we can get into dark. No crit. I like the strategy of this, but this is extremely boring. Extremely boring. Oh wait, we gotta dodge. All right, we can make some progress. Oh my god. Crit would be nice. Crit is nice. Only problem here is that he is the next one up. It is now dark, but the problem with is that he misses throughout the entire fight, so he doesn't really have any, like, he doesn't have any stamina. He'll start to gain it now because he'll start counterattacking, so his phase should be decent. My goal here though is to not that I can have some people die. I technically could, right? With dark element, I could have some people die, and then he'll gain mana at a really crazy rate, and then possibly with one miss we could see he'll at least counter back, and then he'll now gain mana off of that. So Baraka could quote unquote die, and Annie can also die, and we'd be good. The only issue with that though is that there's less of our turns. right now it's actually kind of good that there's so many turns that are going by. I'm not exactly sure how I'll do it, but if I can get a 10 minute burst and it possibly crits, he could die. Anywho, I'll see you guys on the next dodge.
A few moments later.
And he crit my atoms and he died. And I had it paused so you guys can't see it. Alright, new strategy. My goal now is to just skip the nature phase. I just upgraded atoms. I gave him some equipment, even some faded equipment, as you can see. And my goal here is now to possibly just nuke him from that last part. Once we get like really close to here, to possibly to just completely eliminate that whole phase. I also think that there's a possibility to go with no heals. I do think that that's a possibility. So here we go. Last time I got a crit, but there's no guaranteeing that did get a crit that time. I can also do a hit here, and he might still auto attack me. And I think that is into machine. So yeah, he did auto attack here. So I think that it's very close, but it looks like it actually is in machine. So this shouldn't get him over. No, I mean it doesn't matter because Baraka's not burst. So he's still technically in water or whatever. It looks like he does auto on his first turn, so that's actually really good. At least that's consistent anyway. Or you can viably say I'll wait for that run each time. So he's still technically in ice, so this should do some damage. All right, and then he's gonna do a move, which is always this move first. Do a nice heal. I need to make sure that, and pretty much that's why I'm pumping mana, to make sure that Anna always has the ability to heal. That's how Adams died. I just got into a place that I didn't have mana, and oh wait, his thing went away. Oh, so Iris does take the shield, and that was another thing I wanted to check. Does Iris actually take the shield away? She actually does. So I wasn't paying attention to that. So that's a really huge counter to this board, and that actually makes me insightful because I was kind of curious whether or not Iris would affect bosses. So I wasn't even, not that I wasn't paying attention, but that she wasn't in the other fight. So that's really good. So that means we'll always have at least the ability that we don't have to worry about the shield anymore. So all I have to do is get him very, very, very low. Like really manipulate how low he is. And then go with Adam's Burst. Just want to auto. Oof. Oof. Okay. 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 That's the crit that I needed though. But I need it now. In this next turn, he's gonna do his AoE. He's gonna clap back at it. I need it not to crit, and then I need this to hopefully this doesn't crit. It did crit, and now he's in fucking nature. Let me just double check. Oh no, wait.
I can't believe I paid $300 for something so stupid. Why? Why didn't I do more research? I'm so stupid. How did my parents birth somebody this stupid?
Oh, you can't make this up, dude. I forgot whose turn it was. Alright, boys. We're back. As you can see, it's right before it. We're right before it. So the idea here is that he's going to, oh actually I don't know, I don't remember if this is AoE round or not. Hopefully not. Okay, it's not. So right here we're hoping for the crit. No block. I don't actually know what his regular damage is because I never tried it. So we're about to figure it out right now. Is Adams enough to 600 burst? He's 10 mana. You know, do we need more power? I feel like he should be able to do this. If he crits, he really should be able to.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh! At that boy. At that boy with that thing on him. Adam with that. Did we do an Adam review? Do we need to? I think we might need to. Oh my. Oh my. Doing it with that thing. What we're starting to see a lot with these labyrinths so far, level up and 6-star your burst characters, because it seems that so far 3 out of 5 of them work really well with bursts. So some of them are more RNG based. I would say that that one's not. FC Iris does make it a little bit easier, but I think that if you were to look at the dodge of my characters, if you just have to time up that one turn that he doesn't have shielding, I think you can do a lot with that turn. Of course, like I said, without FC Iris, the stacking up a burst is very hard, and I think that that was intentional. It's obviously intentional. It's so you want to get the new character. It seems that they're going to be really good for this, so I think that as I go through all of them, I'm going to definitely keep that in mind. What burst based characters can I bring in to possibly skip phases or to, you know, just nuke them out right there. If Adams doesn't crit, there's a possibility that I just restart that whole thing right there. So like, also I do want to bring attention to Sonato for that same factor. Now Sonato is pretty slow. I mean, mini review, right? I'm not really trying to review him here, but as you can see, his attack speed is about 50. But the cool thing about him though is that he does have this, which is a boosted critical hit for all your people. I actually don't know how crazy it gets in this if we were to boost it up. Not by much, right? 61% if you were to invest it. And it's not a bad investment, I think. And it's for 14 turns, so you possibly can just do it and then go through a burst cycle. He's also mana utilization, and guess what? He's also a burst character himself. He's actually one of the, I don't even think there's that many 4 mana burst characters, but he's actually not that bad if you needed him to do DPS as well. He's just screwed by because he's a light character. But now with Iris is I think base faster than he is, or she seems like she's faster. Yeah, so Iris would technically go, and then he would get his turn, especially if, you know, you're stacking mana, right? So he'll definitely have enough mana to keep literally spamming that move. And then if you kind of have a good idea of where your crits, like where your crit damage is, I think that that's very, very, very essential. And I think that would work out for you in a huge major way. I'll definitely 100% give that one credit that it's not as dumb as the other ones. It's very boring because of how long you have to cycle through the turns. Like, you're sitting there like, oh god, like if only one version of a character, one element of a character can take damage, then you have to sit there for the other 4 people's turns for them to go in order for them to actually do something. And it's like, but I would like to give them a pat on the back for that one specifically, because I think that that one is actually good, it's reasonable, and it's kind of fair. And it's like, yeah, it might take a long time, but I've never been the one that if a strategy can work but it takes longer, but it's strategic, I actually don't mind if it takes a long time. I don't mind if it's 30 minutes. You know, outside of it being on an emulator and it could crash and piss you off. You know, let's say not on an emulator because it's supposed to be played on a phone, but let's say it does not crash and you can do a dungeon or something like that for 30 minutes or something like that, and that's kind of cool because that's what we look for in gaming. You know, we're looking for an engaging experience that feels like it's taking our time, but it's not, you know, it was worth it at the end. You know, it feels good. That one was the one that felt the most good. And it felt good as soon as I figured how to do it and everything. Like, the other ones felt good because I was out of the RNG bullshit trap. That's a huge difference. All the failures are legit failures. I might edit some out because some of them are just stupid, but those are legit failures, me trying out stuff based on the knowledge that I know. And I'm trying to figure it out so I can show you guys so you don't have to fucking do it, because ain't nobody got time for that. Anywho, oh yeah, there was one more thing I forgot to tell you guys. Oh yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.